Welcome to Key Trend Spot, your daily dose of what's hot, what's viral, and what's next. From K-pop to culture, we spot the trends so you don't miss a beat. In a world filled with flashing cameras and echoing screams, real moments are rare. Yet among the noise and glamour, there is something quiet and genuine that blossoms unnoticed. The connection between Jungkook and Kim Taehyung from the very beginning, their bond was different. It wasn't forced or manufactured for the public eye. It grew slowly, quietly, like sunlight filtering through a forest. Even when they were still rookies, the energy between them stood out. Jungkook, the youngest, was once shy and reserved. He often clung to the members like a little brother still figuring himself out. But Taehyung was a storm of warmth, laughter, and unpredictability. And that contrast sparked something special. Taehyung made Jungkook feel safe enough to come out of his shell. Their early moments, filled with jokes, tickling, and goofy games, were more than just entertainment. They were signs of a bond being stitched together by trust. Over time, Jungkook stopped needing to hide. His eyes began to shine with more confidence, but if you look closely, they still searched for Taehyung in a crowded room. It's like his compass always pointed toward him. There are videos, thousands of them, but some moments are quiet and not filmed. Those are the real ones, like when Taehyung whispers something silly and Jungkook smiles, just a little, as if only he was allowed to understand. It's in these small moments that love reveals itself, not in grand gestures, but in subtle signals. Jungkook's hand lingering near Taehyung's, the way he stands protectively behind him, the way he listens when others talk over him. Jungkook doesn't need words to express his love. Sometimes it's in the way he observes Taehyung with soft eyes. There's admiration, yes, but also something deeper, a sense of knowing, as if he sees the real Taehyung, not just the idol on stage. When Taehyung's grandmother passed away, it wasn't just the fans who felt his grief. Jungkook, usually silent in these moments, stood close. No cameras were needed to catch the way he comforted him. His presence spoke louder than words. And Taehyung? He always leans into Jungkook's presence. Even in a room full of people, he finds Jungkook. Their laughs bounce off each other like melodies in perfect harmony. It's not rehearsed, it just is. Love isn't always loud. Sometimes it's about folding your jacket over someone's shoulders when they're cold, or saving the last bite of their favorite snack, or looking for them in a crowd without realizing you're doing it. And Taehyung, in turn, protects Jungkook in his own way. Through humor, through warmth, through standing by him when others don't understand. He sees Jungkook, not as an idol, but as a person who needs love too. Their journey isn't perfect, but it's honest. They argue, they joke, they grow, and through it all, the thread remains unbroken. It's not about performance, it's about presence. If love is about being seen, understood, and supported, then Jungkook's love for Taehyung is one of the truest forms there is. It's not possessive, it's protective. Not loud, but loud enough for the soul to hear. And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of love we should all aspire to. Not one built on grand declarations, but on quiet consistency. The kind that holds your hand when you need it most. Because in the end, Taekook isn't just about two idols being close. It's about two hearts that found each other in a world that often tries to pull people apart. And Jungkook, his love is stronger than anyone ever imagined. There are countless interviews where Taehyung talks and Jungkook just watches him. Fully, deeply. It's a gaze that says, "I see you and I love what I see." He doesn't interrupt. He listens with his heart. They're not always beside each other on camera, but the energy is never missing. When they're apart, there's a subtle shift. Something feels incomplete. When they reunite, even briefly, that spark returns, natural and effortless. Many fans call it Taekook. Some call it friendship. Others call it something more. But labels don't matter when the feeling is real. And the feeling here, it's undeniable. Jungkook has grown up with Taehyung by his side. They've laughed through chaos, cried in silence, and supported each other in ways few can understand. What they share isn't just closeness, it's sanctuary. People often ask, is it real? But real doesn't need explanation. It exists in glances, in shared silence, in protective instincts. If love could be measured in devotion, Jungkook's would be infinite. They've written songs, sung duets, and filmed countless behind-the-scenes clips. And yet, it's the way they look at each other in the pauses, between lines, between takes, that tells the truest story. Jungkook once said he doesn't cry easily, but when Taehyung gets emotional, he's right there, sometimes holding back his own tears. Not because he's afraid to show them, but because he wants to be strong for him. Their bond has survived the harshest of conditions, fame, scrutiny, expectations, yet it never faded. In fact, it only deepened. They have become each other's safe place. Some might dismiss it as fan imagination, but if you really observe, not just watch, but feel, you'll know. You'll see how Jungkook's love for Taehyung glows through every interaction. Even in solo moments, Jungkook often brings up Taehyung, sometimes subtly, sometimes directly. It's as if part of him is never whole without him nearby. A piece of his heart always stays with Tae.